Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to another episode of Small Town USA. Alright, so we have a couple things going on today. I have baled up this field here with silage bales. And I did that off camera just because something you've seen before. And the last episode actually it's weird, this is what happened last episode. So normally I would have, I had an episode before this, but what happened was, whenever I saved a course with CoursePlay, it would show like the desktop screen when I was recording. I don't know why that happened. It's pretty bizarre, but anyways. So there was an episode before this, but alas, it has been lost. So we baled up the field here. This is just a rental. I haven't purchased it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and sell some of these bales to make some money. Alright, so let's go ahead and just rent a trailer. Let's see here. Baling technology, I think it's in here. Let's go ahead and rent one of these. I think we'll go for this one. Might as well. And we'll just rent that for $1,200. Renting makes this game so much easier. It's kind of funny how it works when you look at it, when you compare how it all works together. Shop. Let's reset that. Yes, please. And let's take this tractor over there and we'll grab that trailer. It's kind of funny how it works out, actually. Or how easy it can make the game, depending on how you like to play. I kind of like, I go in the middle somewhere, so. As you can see, this field probably could be mown again. But for the time being, we're just going to leave this baler over here. I don't need to take it all the way over there, because I'm probably going to bring it all the way back again. This is the wrong direction. Alright, we'll take the baler around again. It's funny, I hate when I do stuff like that, because you think it's the right exit because it goes in the right direction, but it's not. Alright. There we go. Let's get that over here. And I guess this will give us another opportunity to drop the baler over here for the time being. I feel like I could put like another storage area, like right here, just for like the haymaking equipment. Because it would be a bit easier than bringing it back and forth all the time. Alright, so I've already rented the trailer, and it's over there in our main yard there. And this is one of the Black Sheep modding trailers that just auto loads, which is pretty cool. You could manually load it too, I suppose. You can go either direction. I just know, I don't know, it depends how slow and methodical you want to play. I like to play probably quicker than some people. Quicker than some, slower than others, I suppose. Just depends. Some people like to start with all the biggest equipment right away and just go from there basically, but I kind of like to work up to some of the bigger equipment. I think most people do, but not everybody. So this is what the trailer looks like. Nothing too fancy, just a flatbed trailer basically, or like, I guess that'd be a flatbed trailer, or flatbed wagon maybe might be the better term. I don't know. Alright, slow down here a little bit. Get on the bumpy road. Now, if I remember, the sell point for the silage bales is... Where is it? I know there's one somewhere, I just forget. I want to say it's like way in the middle of nowhere. I think. Also with CoursePlay, now that it works with that baler, it's awesome. You just kind of set it on its merry way and then go from there. Square bales? No, we want round bales. There we go. And this is the auto loading feature I was referring to before. So, some people think this is cheating, and I guess it is really, but I'm okay with this. How do you feel about it? Do you think this is too easy? Or would you go the full 9 yards? I know Black Fox would go the full 9 yards, but he would even do round bales. He would do the small squares picking up by hand, so I guess it depends on your point of view, I suppose. I don't mind this way just because I know I can do the other way, I just don't want to spend hours doing it. But for some people, that is the enjoyable part, is doing that kind of stuff, so For me, I don't enjoy it nearly as much, so that's the reason why I don't do it very often in videos. So, to each their own. And Farmer Beus is the same way. He prefers like doing it manually, but as you get into some of the bigger American farms and you have like hundreds of bales, doing it manually is not nearly as much fun as you think it would be. For small fields, like if it's a small English map, I don't mind doing it because you only have like, you know, 10, 20 bales maybe. But as you get to some of the bigger farms where you have like hundreds of bales, then it becomes infinitely more work. But that's what you get for choosing a bigger farmer, I guess. Alright, so the last couple bales here. 1, 2, and 3. Now let's take a quick look at where we have to sell these. Let's go here. Where is this sell point for? Alright, so it seems like the sell point for the bales is up by field 27 up there. And it's right in the northwest corner. It's called Barn, as far as I can tell. So if I go over here into our sell information, we should see silage, animal silo. Apparently you can sell it. It looks that way, at least. It just says barn, so doesn't really say anything about the barn. Okay, here you go. Here's straw, grass, and hay. Grass apparently is worth more than hay there. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna see. So what I've done is I've just set this guy up to the Tice sell point, basically, which is way in the western side of the map. But you basically, there are other ways to get there, but this is the way if you follow the road. You have to go all the way up here, then head all the way to the western side. So this kind of is a way of avoiding, not avoiding, but a way of doing, you know, half of the journey to our particular location. So, because we are up on the north side here, so we're almost there anyway. So, but it will not do the whole thing. So let's go ahead and just take over here. So I won't do the whole thing. So we'll see how this works out. It should sell there, but I'm not certain, honestly, because I haven't tried yet. But I don't know why it wouldn't sell. It's a barn, one of those barns where you're supposed to sell stuff. So I suspect that's what you're supposed to sell there. Let's find out. Now, a couple people have pointed out the fact that there are some different versions of this map out there. And I'm using version 1 still. I know there was version 2 and version 3, and they have different things on them. I think version 3 has the compost master and the seed master, I think, maybe. But thus far I've only stuck with version 1 of the map, so that's just me. Everyone's got their own particular preference, so I just figured, well, I started on this one, might as well finish on this one too, so it makes my life easy. Sometimes when you switch versions, not always, but sometimes when you switch versions you have to actually start from scratch again, so I don't particularly want to do that. Although I'm not sure if I have to or not. So, alright, so here's the barn I was referring to before. And our seeder is not seeding because I haven't set him up to seed. So let's drive in the barn here. Now these won't sell because they're locked on, but let's go ahead and unload center. That works perfectly. Good. That is the right place. Apparently we were making 2,940 per bale. Wow, that's a lot more than I thought we were going to make per bale. Holy smokes. I was expecting maybe 2,000, but not 3,000. If only you got $3,000 per silage bale in real life. Could you imagine that? Jeez. That would be just madness. Now, can I... Sweet. Alright, so while that guy's driving back, let's grab this guy here. And let's set him on his way. So this was planted in canola because we didn't have any canola. So let's go ahead and set this guy up to field 32. Main farm to field 32. I believe I have a course like that somewhere. There we go. I don't know where the actual point is. There it is. So he's going to head up to field 32 now. And eventually we'll want to upgrade this particular seeder, because this is small for the size of the... It feels really small for the size of the map. Like, I don't know how long it took to seed field number 1, but it felt like a long time. Perhaps longer than it should have been, I don't know. But it definitely seemed that way. Now, we do have a couple options for seeders. Let's see. Where we are. So we could just jump... So we have this one. We could just jump straight to, like, a Lemkin or a Condor, because we have the horsepower for it. Like this tractor we're in right now has apparently I have a John Deere 16-row seeder. I totally forgot about that. I don't even know where I got that from. This one right here only needs 270 horsepower, and our current tractor is like 400, I think, something like that. So alright, so this guy's going to head down there, and we're going to have the other Massey Ferguson 7700. It's almost back at the main farm. So this guy's just going to wait there, but this one's definitely not, because it's not set up that same way. So let's go ahead and grab that. I can't believe how much money that was. That's just silly. Sometimes you get surprised by how much money you're going to make by something. You're just like, well, you expect a certain amount, and you're like, huh, that's more than I thought it was. Now, I'm playing on easy just because it makes progression quicker. So, like, normally you wouldn't make that much money on, or by selling silage bales, but that's what happens here on easy, I guess. So you could just make your whole farm silage and you make just heap loads of money, but didn't want to go that route. So let's hop into this guy, set him up. What are we on? Field 32. Seed. Let's set him up for canola, soybeans. Sure. First waypoint, seed. I don't know where that first waypoint is, but oh, it's over there. Okay. And assuming that guy does not get stuck, he should be okay. The seeder I'm referring to. Alright, so let's go pick up some more bales here, see how much more money we can make. Because ideally, what we're aiming for is about $400,000, and at this rate, it probably won't take very long. Just based on how much money we made from that first load. Like, let's take a look. We can actually see how much money we made. Statistics. So we've only made 73 bales so far. That's what I was looking for. So we made 88,000 from that one load of bales. 88,000. That's crazy. Alright, pick up some more bales here. And we have, what, maybe 2-3 loads to go still? And technically you could, you know, fertilize and pick up and do another harvest here, because apparently I didn't do another second harvest for whatever reason. Or didn't, yeah. I must have progressed time without thinking about this particular field. Don't know why, but I'm honestly not that surprised, because when you're trying to focus, when you're focused on something specific, like, you know, harvesting one specific field, you're like, okay, let's do that. And then you just get lost in everything else. Or everything else gets lost, I should say. There we go. There's that and that. Let's grab the rest of these bales here and see how much money we can make. I'm guessing another one, maybe 2 load, maybe a load and a bit after this. Something like that. I think that's what it would be. Something along those lines, at least. I'm kind of curious now. Now, of course, you can do square bale. You can wrap square bales too, which the baling and wrapping is, I guess, faster. Well, the baling is faster, but the wrapping may not be. So there we go. That's that. Yeah, we got at least maybe one load left. So that's another 80,000. So yeah, that's quite a bit of money. A lot more than I was expecting, but I'm okay with it. See, now I have the baler there, I know where I'm supposed to be going, so that's the funny thing about that. Alright. Slow down here a little bit, hit the bumps. So yeah, we're aiming for 400,000, and the reason why we're aiming for 400,000 is because we want a bigger tractor. And the bigger tractor we're looking for is one of the big John Deeres. So one of the, I think, well, the one I'm referring to, it would be, let's see here. What I'm referring to is, nope, that one's a cool one though, I have to admit. Where is it? Nope, not that one. This one right here. So these are very similar, but not the same. So this is the one we're looking for. So you have quite a few options here: triples, standard, doubles. You have a blade mount and a weight, or tanks. The tanks are just for show. They don't actually do anything, as far as I know, at least. All right, so let's set this guy on his way as well, and see what is what. There we go. Which way is he heading? Out. This is good. Alright, we'll see how much money we make when we get to the bale store. Alright, here's load number 2. 180,000. Nice. So we have one more load, so we'll probably end up with around 250. That's my guess, somewhere in there, that area. Or 260, sorry. 250, 260, something like that. So it should be kind of cool to see how much money we can make. We could always upgrade a seeder, but I think we'll aim for the big tractor first and then go from there. I think that would be the best bet, honestly. So, alright, let's set this guy on his way again, and we'll go back and collect some more. So just collecting the last few bales here. Apparently we're not going to get our full load here. We'll get, I don't know, half a load maybe? That'd be my guess. Apparently I missed both of those bales. Awesome. Alright, here we go, this time around. There we go. So, that won't be 250,000, but that's still a pretty good haul for one small field of grass, if you ask me. Like I said before, we're on easy, that's the reason why they're worth so much, but it also makes progression faster, so I'm okay with that. It's funny, back in the day I used to record often on hard, and the reason why I don't do it very often anymore is just because you spend a lot more time off camera playing, and sometimes you have other things to do, so like record other games, for example, in my case. So that is part of it for me. That's the reason why I tend to play either on normal or on easy these days, just because you can go through things, that you can move through the paces a bit quicker. So alright, send this last guy on the way and see how much money this guy makes. Probably not as much, obviously. Alright, just coming in with the last load here. Let's see how much money we make in the end. Not a crazy amount, of course. Alright, there we go. 219, that's not too bad actually. Just not one small little field. And after we get a chance to harvest all of the grain field, the grain fields we're putting down too, that'll be pretty good. We will probably make a pretty penny off of all of those. So, which is good for us at least. Sweet, so we're kind of halfway there to getting that big John Deere, and then we'll be able to put the big John Deere on some bigger planters, some bigger cultivators, some bigger plows. Although honestly, I think the plow we have right now, so it's interesting because like some people said with the big Massey Ferguson 8700 that we have right now, some people were saying that it's, you know, it's perfectly fine. Some people were saying it depends on how deep you were setting the tillage. So if you're setting it for like an inch or 2 inches or deeper than that, then obviously the power becomes a bigger issue, and then how much weight you have behind it, etc., etc. There's lots of factors involved, really. So, but it all depends on what your particular fancy is, I suppose. So, I don't know. I just like seeing bigger tractors working with bigger implements, and I think the one we got. Let's see here. The one we have here. Which one did I pick up? I think it's this one. Oh no, is that one? So this one, you can actually have a back hitch on it, and I believe that will plow, and I don't know if I have it in here or not, but I have a cultivator that will attach to it. Apparently I'm missing the cultivator. Or maybe it's in somewhere else, but I know I have a cultivator somewhere that will attach to that. That'll allow you to cultivate right after it, if you want to do both processes at once. You might be able to attach an anhydrous behind it too. I don't know. I don't think I have one of those. I know there's one out there available, but I don't know if it works. I would have to test that actually. I'm curious. It might actually work. Because it's on American Eagle Modding if you're curious. It does like side dressing for corn. But I don't know if it works that well. Curious. I'll have to think about that. Alright, so this is a good enough time as any to end the episode before I continue rabbling. Or babbling, I should say. My name is Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Small Town USA. I'll catch you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Later.